Hello, my name is Miss Lawson, and I would like to tell you about when I was young and growing up being an African American person. I was born in the South, and race was very prominent there. Black people had to sit in the back of the bus. We could not use the same water fountains. We could not go to the same schools. We were not allowed to attend the same church as our white sisters and brothers did. For us, it was very hard. But for me, it was a little bit better than most of my friends due to the fact that my grandparents was half white and we had an advantage because we owned our own. My grandfather, who raised me, owned his own business, which it was an auto mechanic shop. So therefore, I had a little bit more money. I could go to school a little bit more than the other kids did that lived in my neighborhood, my friends. And I was privileged enough to shop downtown and not have all of my clothes as hand-me-downs. But it was very difficult, even though I had these privileges better than my friends, because we, as a citizen, was always treated differently. We could not do the things that the white kids do. We could not go to the ball games that they attended. We could not go to the state fair and go to the same gate that they went through. Even though we were paying our money, we had to go through the back gate. We had to sit way up in the bleachers no matter what our ticket says. If someone came in and wanted the seat that we had to move. So this was very difficult. My childhood was very difficult growing up in the South. But I knew at age 10 that I wouldn't stay there. So when I became a teenager, I had an uncle who lived in Michigan. He came to visit one summer and he asked me to come back with him to babysit. My mom said it was okay, so I came to Michigan to babysit for him, not to return to live in Alabama ever again. I used to visit each summer, holidays, mostly the 4th of July. Very little changed, very little changed as a black person. So I didn't go there often because I didn't like the way things were. And living in Michigan and being able to mix with other races and kids and stuff, I knew that that is what I wanted for my family when I grew up and had my own family. So I know that the South was not for me. Living in Michigan, and I was told that as a black person, we had to do everything better. And that was also true being in the North. Even though there were some white people that was friendly, talk to you, you could go to the same school, you could attend the same church, but there was still that racial differences in them. I myself at 16 was one of the first black persons to ever work at Howard Johnson and work out front as um, soda jerk. When I applied for the job, my aunt took me to Howard Johnson and she said that they had a job opening at Howard Johnson. So when I went out and I applied for the job, on the application there was two spaces. One said dishwasher and one said soda jerk. So I never liked washing dishes as a child, so I chose the soda jerk. Even though I wasn't sure what that was, I chose the soda jerk. And when I fill out my application and I went home and I told my aunt what I had applied for, she got upset because she says black people work out front, only the white kids, and there is no black people that comes in the restaurant. Only the black people that work in the kitchen and the bus boys. So she said, well, I know you're going to have to apply for another job because they're not going to hire you. But 2 days later, I got a call to come for an interview. I was hired at Howard Johnson in Grosse Pointe. I worked as a soda jerk, not knowing at that point that I was the first black person to work in the front at Howard Johnson in Grosse Pointe. It was a big deal to my family. I didn't think nothing of it. I just wanted a job. So after school, um, I went on. I got married early, had the children, and knowing that this was not, worked a lot of penny ante jobs, and knowing that this wasn't a life for me. My grandfather always told me that you had to have a good education to get ahead in life, because born as a black person, everything you did, you're going to have to do it 6 times better than your white person partner. So I knew that I had to get a better education, even though I was married and had 2 kids. So I went back to school. I went back to college, got my degree as a nurse. I worked as a nurse for many years. I wasn't happy as a nurse. The money was good, but it wasn't a career for me. So I went back to college again, got my degree as a social worker. And that's what I retired from, being a social worker that worked with neglected and abused kids. Always telling my kids, aim high, never settle. So aim high, Kujuan. Never give up on your dreams. The world is at your fingertips. All you have.
What'd you say?
I come up in Mississippi, so racism was real bad when I come up. I'm 73 years old, so I came up in the 50s. And in Mississippi, racism was racism. But it was different there than it is here. Because there you knew who they were. Here, they hide themselves from it. Racism will always exist, but we just got to overcome it. And then we got to put our trust in God and not man. That's the way I look at it. I see racism going on today, but it doesn't bother me. But I try to carry myself in a way that I don't have no conflict with. And I don't agree with it. I'm not for it. And I don't let them misuse it, put it like that. If they come on me with their racist act, then I handle them a different way. It'd be a different story. So, we just gotta walk lightly, because it got so crazy nowadays that you as young black men, it's like everybody against you, law enforcement, everybody. You can see more black kids getting killed now than you do anything. And it's basically because of racism. When you see this crap going on with these officers shooting these black men, you don't get the real story. They let you know what they want to let you know. So that's why you young men have to be careful, very careful. But I tell you one thing that you need to do, put God first. So He's the only protector that you really have. Okay?
All right, can I ask you about this? What does this quote mean to you? Once you are born into the world as a black man or a black woman, you are prejudged. But don't let that stop you like if you define who you are.
Well, it shouldn't stop. Yeah, you're prejudged, but just look at your last president. That shows you. And you can be everything you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you can't be, because you can. I've even heard people on the radio say, well, you shouldn't tell on a Christian station. You shouldn't tell your kids that they could be anything they want to be, that they can be as much as they can be. You can be anything you want to be. Don't let nobody put that crap in your head that you can't. You got the right, you got the smarts. You're not a dumb race, it's just where people dumb us down. It doesn't make us dumb because they dumb us down. So you have to show them that you can bring yourself up. And don't let those little quotes keep you down. You got your own mind. Like I say, put God first. And He'll be the leader of the family. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Son, I want to tell you about back in the day when I was 16. In high school, my parents were so strict. I went to an all-girls school. I couldn't do anything but go to school and do homework. I was so glad that my school closed down and I had to go to a new school. My parents decided to send me to Highland Park. Me and my sister had to catch the bus, and that was so much fun to us. I became very fast. I met a young man and we began to date. I was skipping school and smoking weed and everything. My grades began to slip. I went from an A to C student. I was feeling the pressure of peer pressure, trying to fit in, not knowing how to cope with things from my all-girls school. I changed so much from the time. I was in honor society when I was at the old school. The one thing that my parents were so proud of. So I knew I had to change myself and go back to myself, old self again. So son, I want to tell you, don't follow anyone in life. Be your own person. Follow your own steps and become an engineer like you want to be. And go to Duke University or Dream College. Don't be a fool. Don't do the things I did. Always remember, do the right things and be a leader in life.
To my oldest son, I want you to take your education seriously, and as you get older, even more seriously. We were not born into money or wealth, so we have to build it up for future generations in our family. I didn't take my education seriously at your age, and now, at age 34, I'm playing catch-up. So I've made progress with my recent completion of associate's and bachelor's degree. You have the opportunity to complete that goal much faster and younger than I did. I'm rooting for you and your siblings and your friends. I believe in you guys. I know you can succeed in life. Pay attention and take care of business in school. All of you kids at Cass Technical High School have a jump start and take advantage of that. I know it's hard, but nothing in life is worth having if it's easy. You got this. Stay in school and take it serious. I'm depending on you. Dear future children, high school has been a blast. Can't wait to see you have fun like I am having right now. Before you can get to that, you must grow up. Be strong and learn. I want you to not grow up with the same struggles I went through. I want you to have both parents and grow up to be successful, and me and your mom will love you with all our hearts. Society, racism is still high, but I haven't really experienced it. I've found out that all white people are not bad. Don't judge them because you're a judge. Judge them on how they act towards you. I have a quote that I want you to hear. When you come into this world, you're prejudged, but don't let that define you. I want you to know because you're black, you're going to be prejudged. Don't let that determine who you are. And I just want you to be the best you could be, and I can see that your future will be bright. With me in it, you will never have to worry about anything. My dad died when I was young, and I want to be in your life unlike my dad could be for mine. I know he would have been there, and I know he would have changed and would have been a big key to my success right now. I just want you to know I'll always be there, and I'll always be there to care for you and make sure you're on the right path to success. So, to my future children, I'll see you in the future.
Dear future kids, I want to let you know about a few things. First, I'm currently in high school right now, which is one of the most hardest steps in life. I'm trying to get through the ups and downs of this rough roller coaster. I wouldn't know much advice to give to you for the future because things might change. Technology is going to advance. The way how things are seen are going to be different from what I'm seeing. During this time of my life, I haven't really experienced a lot of racial minority. I wouldn't say don't be worried about it because I know others who experienced it. Keep a lookout for racial minority because anything can happen, but you can stand up for what you truly think. Never let someone judge you upon your skin because you serve the skin of a black African American, which who are the ones who really faced a lot of racial differences. Through your ups and downs in your life, I will be there. I'll be the love and support that you need through them times. Teach you the pros and cons that you will need in life. I will surely promise you will always have a support system around because I plan on giving you the love my dad didn't give me. My dad left out on me, my mom, and my siblings, leaving a whole lot of things on my mom's plate. But as a family, we figured out a way to cope with it. So therefore, I will always stay there when needed. So my son and my daughter, always remember, coming into this world as an African American, you are prejudged. But never let that stop you from redefining yourself.